Okay, so I've had enough, and I'm going to get some shit off my chest. While you ain't gonna like what I have to say, it's not aimed at the majority of you. But if you don't like what I have to say, if you get offended, you unsubscribe, perfectly fine. That's your right, I really don't care. And again, I want to state, first of all, this is not aimed at the majority of you. I'm talking to the PlayStation Skyrim community. And of you, the majority of you, nothing to do with you. You can stay and listen if you want to my fucking ranting. And like I said, if you unsub as well because I offend you, in the case of you, I sincerely apologize that that I will offend you or may offend you. But honestly, I'm going to put it this way. I am not, nor have I ever been, a YouTuber. I don't make anything on this channel. Nothing on here is monetized. I don't ask anything of you. I have never once asked for a subscription, for a like. I rarely get a fucking thank you. These videos get hardly any views. I don't expect a thank you, by the way. I don't do it for that. For those of you that do, though, thank you. I appreciate your kindness and that you actually take the time to show with either a like or a comment, engaging with the content. I appreciate that. But the point I'm trying to make is, I don't have to do this shit. I bend over backwards to try to help this community, the console community of Skyrim, because I know that a lot of the console community for Skyrim doesn't really get that much help. How do I know that? Because besides the fact that I'm a PlayStation platform, I have Xbox players come over here all the time, like especially during the fucking Todd-pocalypses of 120, 121 and all that shit, of people that were in the Xbox community needing help, and this was the only place that they could turn. And even though I wasn't familiar with their system, I did what I fucking could to try to provide help, or at least send them in the right direction. And this has nothing to do with the Xbox community. That's just an example of the fact that while there's plenty of help for PC for Skyrim, that at least in my opinion and from what I've seen, for the fact that whenever there's a big fucking thing to do with Skyrim breaking, I get so much more traffic at that point. There doesn't seem to be a lot of help on console. And I have this channel. I figure it's here. I can do some good with it. Why not? But when certain people in this community who all you're trying to do is have their back, make certain that they know what it is they are downloading to their mod loaders, putting in their save files, putting in their fucking consoles, what that stuff is, potential issues that it could cause, and I do mean potential because I've never fucking misled my viewers and tried to do some scare tactics like some dickhead YouTuber that, oh, this will happen, don't do this, watch this now. I tell you that these are things that, with my experience, I consider could be possibilities, and that doesn't mean they're going to happen, but it's just to give you ideas, thoughts, give you as much information as I can so that you know what the hell you're getting into, you can make an informed decision, and you don't end up fucking downloading something that you don't know what it is, and breaking all your shit, or even worse, breaking your console, or at the worst fucking possible case, getting fucking banned from the damn PSN network, because some assholes want to sit there and bitch because I'm covering the external asset mods that, let's be quite frank, are against the terms of service and are not supposed to be on this fucking platform. That don't mean it's right. It's stupid. Of course, you can't win with these people either way. You agree with them, the terms of service are stupid. You're a snitch. You're a fucking crybaby. You're this, you're that. Fuck you. You don't agree with them, it's the same damn thing. I'm going to share some shit with you a little later on, and I got some other things here too. Now, I'm going to make it perfectly clear that external assets of any kind are not allowed on PlayStation, whether you fucking like it or not. Sony does not allow external assets of any kind by third parties on their platform or on their network. That's always been the way it is. They do that for supposed security reasons. That is fucking just plain and simple information that I'm telling people. I didn't fucking invent it. Just informing those that may not be, not everybody is completely aware of that, or even aware that what is in a potential mod could affect them in some way, because of terms of service. That is the only reason that, while they're stupid, and I don't agree with them, is the only fucking reason that we have mods on this platform. If Sony wouldn't have said that, okay, if you agree that there are no external assets that will be on here that can compromise our security, because that's the reason that they give for that shit, then we will allow modding in Skyrim. We will allow modding in Fallout. Wherever the hell else they fucking allow modding in. And if Bethesda wouldn't have agreed to those terms, TOS between them and Sony, the TOS that I might add is not at all fucking clear as to who the hell it affects, and we'll get into that in a minute. But had they not agreed to that, we wouldn't have any fucking mods on this console. So when I tell you, and I inform you, the reason why it's against the fucking rules, it's against the terms of service that was agreed upon between Bethesda and Sony, I'm not fucking whining about it. I'm not fucking being a snitch. Which really pisses me off, not myself really. If you don't like me, guess what? I don't give a fuck. But the mod authors, because it wasn't called me a snitch, it was called snitches, so that would mean them too. The mod authors that have been here with me, having you, the community's back, just as much as I have, being there for you. The viewer, that I'm not even going to where I don't get him a lot of bullshit. He knows who he is. But that has also been trying, to have your back, given information and his experiences. If these people and myself weren't here for the community, trying to have your back, and then we get fucking called snitches by some dumbass that deletes a comment, but guess what? As a content creator, I can see that shit. And I'm going to show it later. But since you deleted it, I'm going to do you a favor. You're probably the same asshole that's sending these error ones under a different name. But in case you're not, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to block it out because you did take it off of there, or I assume you did because I didn't, and it didn't appear anymore. But I did find it, so I'm going to keep your name out of the public. The other one that posted the shit and is public, you put it public, so am I. Now, in any case, as I was saying, those terms of service, if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have nothing. And let's say, for the sake of argument, that people don't seem to be able to get that through their fucking head, that, oh, just don't talk about it, let's have them, let's have it. Like, my fucking little rinky-dink channel, this channel has, what, 800 subscribers? A hell of a lot less by the time this video gets uploaded, and I piss people off, and again, I don't care. My channel is not going to be, because I'm fucking talking with it, with you, the community, trying to inform you so that you know what in the hell is there. Because yes, some of you do. A lot of you are newer and you don't. And that's the thing. The motherfuckers that think they know everything think that, well, just because they want to have external assets, everybody else should be in the dark. And the hell with you if you have issues, whatever. Too bad, because I want external assets. Even though it's against the terms of service, but I can't seem to get that through my fucking head. Because let's say, for the sake of argument, that a lot of people, like what Kegel Ports did, break the terms of service. Now, he was later, and I want to put that, he was later found not to be in violations of them by Bethesda. And that's between Bethesda and Sony. But at the time, those were external assets. They're not supposed to be here according to the terms of service unless they're changed, which is all I was fucking informing so that you, the viewer, was aware of that. So let's say that a lot of people start saying, fuck the terms of service, I'm uploading it. Bethesda turns a blind eye like everybody wants, because everybody always keeps having to point out, and most people though are respectful of it, and I respect their opinions to that, unlike these other assholes. But point out, oh, let's have the external assets and all that. Let me tell you what's going to fucking happen with that. Bethesda turns a blind eye to having external assets here. And let's just say that for some reason, somehow, because Sony is so, about their security risks, that somehow one of these external assets somehow compromises their network. compromises their systems. And I'll tell you right now, if you want to fucking hack a PlayStation, you don't need Skyrim to do it. You can fucking look it up and do it in about 5 fucking minutes. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that's what fucking happens. Then, what is Sony going to do? They're going to say, now, you agreed to these terms of service that we would allow you to have your user base have mods. It's been violated. We have security risks. Now, no mods for anybody. And besides that, the terms of service, who the hell they affect, are not at all clear. Which is why Be of a mod author, was talking to admin at Bethesda in part about this, but was also making certain that we as the end user were completely covered and safe from both Sony and Bethesda, that if the terms of service were violated, we weren't the ones violating it. Something that he did not have to do any more than any of the other mod authors. Not only do they not have to make the fucking content that they make for us, because majority of those mods, while there are paid mods now, and the CC content, which is fucking mods as well, and was paid, the majority of mod content is still free. They make it, they don't get any fucking thing in return. They might have a Patreon or something people can donate to, I don't know, but they make the shit without the expectation of getting anything in return. Most of the time they don't even get a thank you. Then on top of that, people like Be of a, Cyan49, RO Cool J, are here trying to inform you, trying to get information, trying to make certain that we as a collective community are safe. They have our backs. What the hell is the problem that we can't have theirs? To where when I also inform of the unfair practices that Bethesda does, where just like with allowing Kigo ports to have his external asset mods up, which is fine if that's what the route they want to go, and again, it's between them and Sony, but then why can't all mod authors have their external asset mods up? Why can't, if the fucking mod authors do this shit for us, they have our back, what the hell, why can't we have theirs? And so if I try to point out that unfair thing, then I get accused of fucking being, acting like Bethesda's my daddy. Well, if Bethesda's my daddy, then Todd Howard, where the fuck is my allowance? And Todd Howard don't know I exist. Same as Bethesda. Otherwise, I know Todd Howard would say, oh, you want some money, Echo? Fuck you. But in any fucking case, they don't have to do this shit, right? If the terms of service are violated and we didn't know who it affected, I guarantee, if you think Sony won't fucking come after your ass and take and ban your account, whatever, you're sadly mistaken. I have been screwed over by Sony so many fucking times. My ex-girlfriend had been screwed over by Sony so many times. I'm well aware of what they can fucking do. And if we were found to be knowingly using, or even unknowingly, because ignorance is no excuse, right? The ones in violation of terms and having external assets on our official firmware systems that aren't supposed to be there, that could have cost people their PSN account. It was a possibility that I suspected that could be. I knew it was a long shot, but again, if it's a possibility and I think of it, then who the hell am I to keep that to myself? Should I not at least sit there and let people know, hey, this is, even though it's a slight possibility, it's a possibility? Or the terms of service on Bethesda's end? Could we take in, if Bethesda finds that we're in violation because we're knowingly using external assets and we're not supposed to have them here, could we lose our Bethesda accounts and access to the creations page? Or then, like Be of a found out, because again, he's fucking doing it for you. These are mod authors that have personal lives. They have jobs, families, whatever. They don't have to do any of this shit. He's taking his personal time, checking and having the community's back, and then is one of the ones that is getting called amongst all of us a snitch for trying to give the community information. And just trying to cover the terms of service, that then he found that what admin said was those terms were between Bethesda and Sony. But still, if I know those issues are a possibility, or just like issues with the mods themselves, because another thing to inform you, the fact that, yeah, they're not supposed to be here, which means once they're found, and mods, external mods have been found on the system before, and they have been removed before, with nobody talking about them, by the way, or patched and broken, like the FOB and the FPS mods that were perfectly safe, but were patched in the anniversary update and deliberately broken. then what might that do to your current playthrough? To people that put so much effort into their fucking roleplay, into their characters, into their backstory, and just they live and breathe this game. And as someone like James Emerson, who has had to fucking start over 20 million damn times, and I know it ain't that much, James, but he's had to start over quite a lot, and because of mods, because of corruption from uninstalling them correctly, having them in the wrong load order, whatever. As someone who mods, I'm well aware of the issues that mods can fucking cause. And that's why when I got people coming in telling me that, oh, this won't do anything, and so you don't need to talk about it. The fucking lot you know. Do you think the fucking warnings in a mod author's description, the responsible ones that do tell this shit, and people like Be Very Vague that says, don't install this mid-playthrough, and I know he'd love to slap me because I always do that shit, but I take precautions, but don't install this mid-playthrough, don't uninstall this way, don't do this, don't do that, you could get corruption. All that shit's just for show, they're just doing that for the hell of it. Yeah, mods are perfectly safe. Even the fucking page, when you first load it up, tells you that mods have risk, that you could experience complications. It's not a fucking exact science. And with the way that this damn game breaks, and breaks so much, the motherfucker breaks in vanilla and crashes in vanilla, and then mods on top of that add to that, and then you got people that say, oh, I've played Skyrim umpteen million years, and I've never had a single fucking crash. Bullshit. But I'm aware of those fucking issues that could be potential issues. If I don't say anything, and a bunch of people then, especially newer people that are newer to modding, and I don't have all the answers, and I never claim to, and I fucking alert people to that all the time on this channel because I'm always upfront with my viewers. But if I'm aware of these potential issues, and I say nothing, and it causes a bunch of bullshit for people and a lot of headaches for them, when I could have prevented that simply by giving you the idea, and then you'll be like, oh hey, this mod could be removed, and I could experience these issues, so I'll think twice about downloading it. And then if you want to download it, that's your prerogative. You know, nobody's trying to fucking stop you. No one was trying to get the mods fucking removed. I would like to have external assets on here too. There are external asset mods like Relationship Dialogue Overhaul I'd love to have over here. But if I just keep my mouth shut, and the mod authors keep their mouth shut, and we all just keep you in the fucking dark about all this shit, so that the one or two people that know exactly what these are, I'll be honest, the FPS and the FOV mods back originally, I didn't know those contained external assets. I would have never thought anything of it. I wasn't made aware of that until after they broke, and I don't remember which mod author it was, but one of them messaged me, told me exactly how they functioned, how they worked, why they were broken, while everybody else at that time just thought they were broken because of the patch and they'd eventually be back. Then I knew they were broken permanently, and that's why they weren't coming back. And that's why even now, even though those are still up, the mod author says that it requires a patch by Bethesda to fix. So imagine newer players that are fairly new to this and don't know what the hell they're downloading and installing. And again, since external assets aren't supposed to be on Sony's systems, and when it comes to Skyrim, since this is official firmware, you're fairly safe in modding it. You may have issues with the game corruption and stuff, but for the most part, I think your console is going to be okay. Cyan49 did point out that some people do upload malicious shit that can brick the PS4 or PS5. But if you do actual fucking console modding, you will know then how fucking mods can break shit. So let's say those external assets that ain't supposed to fucking be there then are there and cause some really bad shit to your system. Then don't you think you fucking have the right to know that? I guarantee the motherfuckers that are sitting there putting shit in the comments and attacking people, attacking also, I'm going to get into Kigo Ports when that was not the fucking point of these videos. They sure as hell don't care. Not as long as they have their precious fucking external assets. If you want external assets that bad, you know, I'm an advocate for PlayStation on Skyrim. It pisses me off when people sit there and badmouth our platform, but you want external assets that bad, go to Xbox. They allow them. I don't think they allow all of them, but they allow them. Go to PC. There, you have all the shit you fucking want. until Sony ever pulls their head out of their ass and finally lightens up on the terms of service and allows some of it within reason, with Bethesda actually doing their damn job and checking. But you can't blame them right now, because obviously Bethesda wasn't even fucking aware of this at this point, which is what I had people saying, well, they wouldn't be aware. Yeah, but they fucking checked the shit eventually. There were a bunch of external mods here a while back that were up just briefly and then removed, either by Bethesda or possibly the mod author. I don't know which. Something with a custom skeleton in it, not a character, but for your NPCs and you, I guess, to move differently. Something called CBE or something or other. I don't fucking know. Realistic physics for female characters, for their body to have realistic physics as they move. That did not work, no matter where you put it in the mod load order. Don't ask me how I know that. Any case, there were a bunch of external assets, adult-oriented mods that I didn't know that's what they were until I actually looked them up, because they were, the way they were named, it was hard to tell, but if you spent the time to look it up, that weren't supposed to be here, and all that shit got removed, nobody talking about it, and all that shit got removed pretty quickly. Could have been Bethesda, could have been the mod load, or the mod author thought better of it, but in any case, point is you don't have to fucking talk about this shit. Especially on this little fucking channel that hardly gets any damn views. Just because I have 800 subscribers, you know how many of those people actually watch my content? A very small, loyal percentage. And they are the ones that I do this for. Because they do watch the majority of what and I'm well aware that I'm definitely not the best at content creation. I know that they can spend their time elsewhere with much better content than mine. Get a much better, you know, viewing experience, yet they choose to spend time here with me and my shit. So for them, I continue to create content. And for the people that I know need help with shit like this, I continue to create content. So, I've been going on, I don't know how long now. I'm going to take well, first of all, I want to cover something. And I don't know if it's true. I'll take him at his word. KikoPorts PSN, who was the ones that had these external assets that I was covering and stuff, had uploaded them. I got a message from him the other day on, I think it was the last video, the third video that I covered on that. And he had said that he had the mods up for now, but that he would remove them if he continued to get hate comments from the community. That was the reason he said that he deleted the second comment he made to me, where he talked about how he had searched for ways to get external assets on here and why he couldn't get textures and all that. Now I'll say this, I went into the thread because he said he got the hate messages from viewers in the community, or well, he didn't say viewers, he said people in this community, if I recall correctly, on that message, and that's why he deleted it. I went into that thread. Now, I know that when somebody deletes their messages, it doesn't delete who the other people have commented. It is possible that they may have, if it's one person or multiple, they may have deleted their messages, or since it was on James Emerson's channel, maybe he saw them, didn't like that it was up, and he deleted them. I don't know. I didn't find any proof of it. I take him as word, especially since I've been getting hate bullshit. But I will say this. Yeah, I experienced some issues there, so I'm just going to continue it in here with this. Now, I was saying, KikoPorts. So, if there were people that was, because I took him at his word, I didn't see any of these messages that he claimed was the reason why he deleted that comment, but I'm going to take him at his word of what he said, that he was getting hate messages from people in this community because of the external assets. And if so, that was never the fucking intention of me trying to inform the community. You might not agree with KikoPorts and what he did. I sure as hell don't. Nor do I agree with his low opinion of our community and how if you really like Skyrim, you don't fucking play it on a PlayStation, you know. I don't agree with that shit. But just because I don't agree with the man, don't mean I fucking mean him any ill will. If you don't like his fucking mods, you don't want to use them, don't use them. And because you're informed that they contain that, then it doesn't affect you whatsoever. But why fucking take just trying to inform you, go in and be sending somebody fucking hate messages, just like you're doing to me? That's fucking bullshit. The intent of those videos was never to fucking send any hate to KigoPort's PSN. And for that matter, I'm also, because I'm not fucking taking and being one side here, KigoPort's PSN isn't fucking innocent and all that either. He sent hate to fucking Be Very of A in a comment thread on James Emerson's channel, where he badmouthed him when Be Very of A asked James Emerson permission to use his video, and James Emerson, who is the content creator of that channel, gave Be Very of A his permission to use the video and any others that he needed, which was his right to do. It's his fucking channel. And KigoPorts then is coming in there and running his mouth at Be Very of A, who, as far as I could tell last time I looked, ignored it. And good for him. But in any fucking case, that was never the point of these videos, and it does piss me off that people are sending hate to him, because I never meant any ill will to him. I don't see eye to eye with him. I don't agree with his shit, you know. I can see where he's coming from. And if it wouldn't have been in the way that he did it, you know, and I will say this, I saw he uploaded some shit the other day and stuff, and he's being upfront with people in the comments about it now, in the mod description, and I respect that. So he did listen to some of that, and he's letting you know. He just didn't on these others. But in any case, we're going to go ahead and get into the few comments, and I do want to make it again clear. Majority probably ain't even fucking here at this point, unless they really are just curious. But it's not the majority of you, and for that I do sincerely apologize to the people that it isn't. That even if you have a difference of opinion and you share it in the comments, you're completely respectful about it, and I respect your rights to your opinions, and I appreciate that you sharing them. And the ones of you that have left likes on the video and stuff, oh, I know I'm going to get a bunch of dislikes on this. And again, I don't care, because guess what? Whether you hit the like or the dislike, it's all the fucking same to the algorithm. You just show the channel is getting fucking traffic and shit, and it promotes it. So, but in any case, for the people that's been respectful in this, which is a majority of you, for one, I sincerely apologize, as a lot of what I've said probably pissed you off, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. Because again, I don't get anything from this. I don't ask anything of it. I don't expect anything of it. That's not why I do it. But when you get bullshit, and this is not the first time in helping communities. I've helped the Rockstar community in the past, and I've been called everything under the fucking sun for trying to help them, and called a liar and all kinds of shit when I'm not. I'm always as upfront as I can be to my viewers. So you have to understand where I'm coming from, and at a certain point it gets to be, because you're seeing it more and more. If this is an isolated incident, but KigoPorts is claiming to be being attacked, people have been sitting there saying shit about the mod authors that were doing nothing but trying to help, saying shit about me when I just wanted people to be informed, and it's happening more and more. And if I don't say something right now, probably will continue, then you guys see shit from my point that what's the point of me fucking doing this? Because I'll say this, just because I know how to do something, or I know how to fix something, ain't a damn thing says I have to share it. I choose to share it because I care about this fucking community. If I didn't, I wouldn't spend all fucking night making content that takes me forever to make, that I'm lucky if it gets fucking 20 or 30 views. These last few videos have gotten a lot more. Certain videos do, most don't. And usually don't get any likes. And again, these last videos, they've gotten more. But in any case, I don't do it for that shit, right? I do it so that the content is there for those who need it. But when this shit just continues to go on, and I'm starting to see that it's becoming like the Rockstar community, who I decided long ago, fuck it, I ain't helping them anymore. Although I do still on occasion, because I'm a fucking idiot and I feel the need to help people. So I'll take, and if I know that they're going to have an issue, like with, I think there was Cars or something that was being deleted a while back, I posted something about it, didn't have to. But in any case, when I see that's heading that way, that's when I say, you know what, fuck it, get your help elsewhere. But that is my reasoning for this, and yeah, like I said, but for you guys, none of that is aimed at you. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from and why I've had enough of this shit, and I'm putting a stop to it now. But if I have offended those of you that this has nothing to do, and you do unsubscribe or stop watching, whatever, for one, I do sincerely apologize, and for two, thank you for your time with this channel. Now let's go ahead, because this is getting, looks like in SHAREfactory 29 minutes now since I've gone out of the game and I'm in here. Let's go ahead and get the few comments here that I'm going to share with you and stuff. Some of them really isn't that bad, but some of them are and getting that way. And like I said, I've had enough. I'm not putting up with it anymore. And real quick, this was the message I got from Kiko Ports on that third video that he was in a thread back and forth with me as we were talking. And he said, yeah, I removed the comment since I received hate messages from people who say they're on the community side, but unfortunately not allowing other users to play is not being on their side. Now again, I went into the thread and those messages, I never saw them. I'm going to take him at his word because I'm experiencing shit too, but I will say I didn't see what he's talking about. Again, they may have deleted them. James Emerson might have deleted them. I don't know. In any case, let's go on. And this is the comment that was made from Kiko Ports to Be Very of A. That, in my opinion, is just as rude, and I'm being fair, just showing, and keep in mind that he made this comment before the comments that he claims that he got. And that was, that's it, man. Go destroy other people's gameplay for the sake of your pride. Stay on this platform with a mercenary and an anti-consumer company and be limited to bad mood projects. Well, I tried to bring something cool, but sadly there's people like you in the middle. And this is a comment that was between James Emerson and Be Very of A asking permission because heaven forbid Be Very of A was talking to admin trying to take and check and have the communities back and make certain that we were completely safe and weren't the ones that were in violation of the terms of the external assets that Kiko Ports had uploaded that were against the TOS. And so because Be Very of A asked James permission, then this shit happened. And again, all of this crap simply because I tried to let people know there were external assets, what that could possibly mean. That way they could make an informed decision, and it was up to them whether they wanted to download it or not. But I felt they had a right to fucking know what they were installing, because at that time, it sure as hell didn't say it. And I don't want any more fucking hate leveled at Kiko Ports either, if there have been hate, as he says there has. That's not the fucking point of this. It's just showing that he isn't innocent in it. Because I'm also going to show what I said, which wasn't too nice, to the last person that wanted to act like an ass to me. So, I'm covering us all here. Let's go on. I have chosen to blur out the name of this commenter because after they made the comment, it appears that they deleted it, as I did not delete it, and YouTube wouldn't have deleted it because it would have been in my held for review. But as a content creator, we can still find this shit, and I did. And so this is one of the ones that was really ridiculous. This was, I think, one of the first ones that made, that says, really? This garbage, we finally have someone who puts mods with external assets on PS4, PS5, and people complain. This pisses me off. It's not going to do anything to your game. And if you don't like it, just don't download it. Bunch of snitches, like Bethesda is their daddy or something. Thanks for ruining it for the rest of us. I highly suspect this is the same person on an alternate account, but again, since they may have deleted their comment, I'm being respectful, which I don't have to be, and hiding their name here. And I'll point out a couple of things. One, this is not the first fucking time we've had external assets get past and be on the system. Far from it. So that's incorrect. Two, not going to do anything to your game. Bullshit. Patch 1.20, 1.21. Ask the entire community what that shit did with the mods to their game. Ask James Emerson all the shit that he's had. Ask the countless members in this community what that's done. So it wasn't a guarantee that it would do anything to your game, and I never claimed that it was. It was a possibility, and you're damn right it is. If you don't like it, don't download it. Well, if the community doesn't know what it is they're downloading to say, well, I don't want external assets, then how are they going to make that decision that, well, hey, it's external asset, I'm not going to download it, if they don't fucking know? But apparently, in informing them of that, makes me and the others with us, because it says snitches. This is the part that really pisses me off. If you don't like me, I really don't care. You know what? Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. But for the mod authors, again, didn't have to be involved in this and were helping me, and the one viewer that was helping me, all these people, you know, taking time out of their personal lives, and you want to sit there and attack them, calling them snitches, calling me a snitch, all of us, for trying to help you, like Bethesda is our daddy or something. Yeah, you take and you try to help people, and they'll soon as spit in your face as look at you. Next, this comment posted by a person first a day ago. As you can see here, I'm not even going to bother to try to read that fucking name, but user, whatever that is, I highly suspect could be the same person that I just shared with the last one, as some of the beats are the same. Don't know. Could be on an alternate account, or it could just be another asshole. Either case, I'm going to read this in its entirety between that person and me. And like I said, I'm not too nice in this either, and I don't have to be. So, in any case, they originally commented, "Y'all just have to ruin everything." And to that, I commented back, "We all are ruining nothing. Simply letting people know what these are that they're installing in their load orders, save files, and systems, and potential issues, if any, from doing so. And pointing out that all mod authors should have the right to upload external assets if it's being allowed, not just some." And I had left it at that. I often reply to, when you guys make a comment, I will reply something, or I'll show you in some other way that, unlike some YouTubers that ignore comments, and there's plenty of them, and that includes small ones, because I can understand why the big ones do it. They can't go through everything. Hell, I still go through everything, even when I would get on those 120 patches a hell of a lot of shit. But I try to let you guys know in some way that I'm engaged with you and stuff, engaged with your comments and your views and your opinions and stuff. So I'll put a like on it, or a heart, or I'll comment back. And I figured that would be the end of it. So then today, I ain't feeling the best anyways and stuff. I go in to see if people are needing help or whatever, and I get this from the same asshole. "You do realize that we can have way better gameplay mechanics and stuff, but no, you have to complain like you don't trust it for breaking the game. Don't download and move on instead of crying about it and making the whole chance of external assets on PS not work." Yeah, I was really crying about anything, right? And I ain't crying about this shit now. I'm bitching about this shit, so get your fucking stuff right. But in any case, trying to inform shit. And you see how the beats sound similar to their one? I guarantee this is the same asshole. Something must have happened with that other account, and they just couldn't fucking let it go. They gotta come run their mouth on this one instead. They are two different usernames, but it's the exact same beats. Either that or assholes are a dime a dozen. So I stated back, and again, I wasn't too nice about it, and I don't care. So I replied back to that, and I said, "Funny how you think informing the PlayStation community about what they may potentially download is crying about external assets. If you don't like the information that I'm sharing with the community so that they are well informed as to what they are putting into their load orders, save files, and consoles, then by all means, I encourage you to look elsewhere for your Skyrim content. Something more to your liking. I've better things to spend my time on than having to read pointless nonsense from someone who is more than happy to act like a dick to someone who, along with several of the mod authors, are just trying to have the back of the community so that they don't have potential issues from content that isn't supposed to be on this platform, and because of that may unfortunately get pulled by Bethesda at any point. And that isn't just because some small, barely viewed YouTube channel talks with its viewers about it. Now, in case you didn't happen to get the hint, fuck off." And I know some of you are going to be like, "Oh, well, that was going too far. You shouldn't have told him to fuck off." Yeah, I have every right, because like I said, for one, I'm not a content creator, and two, I don't have to put up with bullshit. I really don't. I'll be completely honest with you, I've not been fucking well for years. That's why content on this channel is as fucking as erratic as it is. I make it when I feel well enough to fucking do it. And I come into the damn comments section, when a lot of times I ain't feeling well, seeing if people need fucking help from shit. And there ain't nothing that says then, when I go in there and I have my time wasted with crap like this by some idiot that can't drop shit. He had said what he wanted, and I did reply back, which was my fucking right. But he couldn't just let it go. He's got to come in there and be even more of a dick. I ain't got to put up with that. I will bend over backwards to help you if I can, but if you want to be a dick to me, I will be one right back to you. Because I don't play this fucking little online, whatever, bullying bullshit, whatever the fuck it is that some of you people try to fucking pull. Yeah, I don't play that shit. I don't take no shit. So, and also, I'm completely transparent, as I've always been, with everybody. So just as I said about comments and all that, my comment right there, I'm the first to admit, wasn't too nice, especially telling them to fuck off. And again, I don't care. The same as I don't care if as this shit's happened before. If I end up losing a lot of subscribers, I think it's like 804 currently. And that's taken quite a while to get. If that all drops down to fucking nothing, so be it. I really don't care. My channel is here for the people that need help. It always has been. I will try to help you the best I can. But I tell you, for one, I ain't feeling well. And for two, I've about had enough.